You made me do it. You evil. You so nasty and evil to me. You made me do it. You evil. You so evil. I'm so mad at you. You did that to me.
What doing that, y'all? This your girl Such a Craziness, and I'm coming to you, and you with another Word on the Street segment. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. So your girl Yandy done admitted she done had an emotional fail on her husband, Mendeecees. Now, Mendeecees, we all know you ain't squeaky clean either, but wrong is wrong. And y'all both playing tit for tat. Hell, you even said it when y'all was sitting down talking about this produced scene at this point, because y'all both know what was going on. And then we had the best friend coming out just spilling all the tea.
You took me away from my birthday to London. That wasn't for me. London was for you. We're in a restaurant taking pictures. My boyfriend hits me up and he's like, yo, who's taking a picture? Who's that third menu for on the table? I said, oh, Yandy, he's gonna think I'm cheating on him. He thinks I'm here with somebody. All along, we was there with you and your that you was. We went to London so you could decide. We didn't go there for me. I'm like, Yandy, please, I gotta tell him. Don't tell him nothing. I don't want him in my business. So you want me to let him believe that I'm cheating on him? And then you still ungrateful? So my home with DC is under wraps because he thinks you taking me away to London for my birthday. All the while, you out here. It was fine. Don't get me wrong. I was too. But you still was ungrateful. You ain't no lawyer. Stand up, hold you down. In the room, we had a flat. The wall separated my bed and your bed. I'm listening. I can't answer the phone for my boyfriend, and I'm listening to you in this night. You are wicked, ungrateful.
Which led us to this produced scene. Now, we got Mendeecees and Yandy walking into this restaurant or whatever, and here go Yandy in her confessional. Oh, I was beyond crushed. He was like the closest I had to a brother. And so the producer in the background, like, yes, it was just back-to-back posts. Like, what was that? What was the final argument about? Like, why did y'all fall out? And why is he, coming with all this tea? And Yandy gonna put on this performative like she's clueless, like she doesn't know where this is coming from. I don't know. It was just a small disagreement we had about Mendeecees. It's just like he was just getting too much and just, I guess, prying where he didn't need to be prying in. And then she just needed some space. Then she saw the first post. She thought it was a joke. Then she saw video after video after video, and he was tagging bloggers, saying all kinds of horrible and nasty things about her. And she said, I never in a million years would have thought. And then she put her head down like she was about to do these fake tears and putting her hand up to her eyes like some tears are coming down, like, girl, whoo, I tell you. And then she was like, if this house is going to come down, it's going to be me or Mendeecees that are taking it brick by brick. That's it. Nobody else can do it. I said, well, damn, y'all, the house is already falling apart. It's been falling apart. She talking about some talk to me like, you know why we here. Let's go ahead and do this scene and get it moving. And of course, Mendeecees say his little spill or whatever. Then as Mendeecees, he's saying his whole spill of things. He goes to say they're trying to create or put this puzzle together and create this narrative. Baby, we don't have to create anything. Y'all give it. And then stuff comes out from the parties that be with y'all. So how are we creating anything or trying to piece the puzzle together? So we switched back to Yandy and her confessional, and she was like, Mendeecees feels like there is some truth to what my friend is saying. I bet he do. And so the producer just came on out with it. Have you ever had a physical or an emotional affair on your husband?
I've definitely had an emotional connection with someone outside of my husband, and we had to deal with it.
And there you have it. And here go Mendeecees. Look, we need to grow the F up. We either gonna be together or we gonna cut our losses. And clearly y'all ain't gonna cut y'all losses. Y'all gonna be together and y'all gonna do what y'all gonna do. Because since this even got put out, y'all really been doing what y'all want to do. Y'all ain't really been together on a video or anything like that. And then Yandy, she gonna be like, don't block me. Don't take your ring off. Don't be doing dumb stuff. And here he go, well, if you do what you're supposed to do, I wouldn't have to do all that. Like, nigga. So then we go into Mendeecees confessional, and the producer was like, well, look, Yandy done admitted to she done had an emotional affair on you. Do you consider that cheating? He said, heck yeah, okay. And I agree, it is cheating, still a form of cheating. Hell, emotional cheating is kind of worse than physical cheating. Granted, they both wrong as hell. But when you do emotional cheating, baby, that's getting into the mind. That's getting into the mind, honey. So Mendeecees was like, you just gotta keep me on your mind. You just gotta keep me on your mind. She was like, yeah, but what I won't do, I won't down talk you. I will pick up my ish and walk. And he said, I would prefer you do that. And I'm like, she goes to say, I bet you do. I bet you do.
I'm sure you do. I respect you. I take respect over love.
And Yandy was like, stop saying that. I don't like that. He was like, why not? And Yandy was like, love comes before respect. If I love you, I'm going to respect you. And he was like, well, just keep respect at the forefront. I'm like, nigga, get off my line. Get off my line, because you damn sure didn't respect her on some things. At this point, y'all don't respect each other or the covenant y'all made before God. And then they switch back to her confessional, basically saying, you know, hey, we didn't try to sell y'all that we the perfect couple of the year or the century. We done had our ups and our downs. You should have seen that throughout the years, you know, with him doing his bid and me being a ride or die. And I'm like, girl, say that speech. Like, we've been fighting to stay together and we still fighting. Okay, girl. Okay. Now, before we get into what the ex-best friend had to say, because he did have something to say about this whole scene that took place and her admitting that she had an emotional affair with somebody. If y'all remember the man that he said she had an affair with, he had came out and he spoke about the situation, and he had put in his Instagram story, out of respect for everyone involved, I stayed silent as the internet did what it does. But to be clear, yes, I was involved with Yandy Smith, and it wasn't just a one-time situation. It happened over a period of time. I'm not here to argue, defend, or point fingers. I take responsibility for my part and moving forward privately. I won't be speaking on this again. Respectfully, let's all move on. Now, that seemed to me that like that wasn't just no emotional affair. Let me know in the comment section below. But Tasha K, she did have a phone call with him, and y'all can go check that out on her page. But let's get into what the ex-best friend had to say.
This lady is so crazy. I don't even feel like doing it. Just came off a vacation, and I gotta wake up to this bull. Yo, mental illness is so real. Like, you trying to say I try to break your household down? Is that what you're trying to say? See, this is what I'm saying. You want to force me to tell what it really is, and I wasn't even thinking about you. I asked you nicely not to mention me. You could have opted to be like, I don't want to talk about that, but instead you want to put on this fake, phony bullshit, cry and all this other extra. Like, I really don't get you. I never will get you. I don't understand. I don't want to do this. I don't have time for this, and I haven't thought about you. I had a beautiful summer. Like, why? I don't understand. There you go, thinking you the smartest cookie in the cookie jar again. There you go. There you go. At least you didn't say I was a liar. But I feel like you kind of did indirectly. You don't know why?
But wait a minute, weren't you the one? But weren't you the one who was coming out with all of this? Granted, she probably was out there already getting her get back, but you know, you was being a loyal friend, and keeping on the hush hush, and then she did something you ain't like, said something you ain't like, and you popped it on off and hit it with the blogs. We picked it up, and you know, it spread like wildfire. But wasn't it you initially who came to the forefront? But you expect her not to speak on it. Granted, she could have said, no, we're not going to speak on it. We're going to leave it where it was at. But she said, no, I'm going to say my little 2 cents on it. And what you going to do about it? Whether I'm faking the funk or I'm telling the truth. And bam, here you is back on the internet talking about some, no, you ain't finna sit up there and be faking phony and fake crime. and stuff like that. You ain't finna play me out to these people like that.
I just want to let everybody know that I'm gonna have a sit-down interview, and I'm gonna tell like it is, tell it like it is, tell my side of everything, whatever. Because what she's not gonna do is sit here and act like I tried to break her family up, when in fact I tried to save her shit, right?
Child, who y'all think he gonna sit down with and have this tell-all to? Who y'all thinking? Tasha K? Oh, Carlos King. He might do Carlos King now. Child, let me know in the comment section below who y'all think he gonna tell it to, or if he even gonna tell it, because he said he was trying not to think about this no more, or he wouldn't think about this no more until it got brought up. But I think you probably knew it was gonna get brought up, but like he said, she could have just said, "Nah, I don't want to talk about that. We gonna move on." But you know, it's a storyline. But y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and your girl will see you on the next one.